Hey everyone, so this is going to just be me talking about the SPDR wave, Marvel Legends wave. I'm just kind of going over my favorites and just me rambling. So if you don't want to hear that, don't even watch it. But anyway, if you don't mind hearing, just please listen. So basically my favorite figures in the wave, I'm just going to start off with that, is definitely the Scarlet Spider-Man and the Dr. Octopus. I kind of like the Scarlet Spider-Man a little bit more because I feel like he's definitely a huge improvement from the original Hasbro release from years back. I love all the accessories, interchangeable head. I really like these bone spikes. I think they look just nasty. I think it's just really cool looking. Doc Ock, I love the figure itself. It's these tentacles. They really bug me. I may use my Toy Biz one. I don't know. They don't fit fleshly. That always kind of bothers me. And I like kind of trying to use as much as the original figure as possible. But I just don't like that they couldn't do bendy wires or just kind of, I don't know, the way mine came out, his tentacles kind of go all over the place. Like there's one down by the Build-A-Figure's feet. You can kind of see it between there. It's just kind of, I mean, this one's pretty cool. You can use to grasp something, but the others are just kind of all over the place. So that's my main problem with that figure. But the way it looks, awesome, great body. The figure itself is such a better improvement to me compared to the Toy Biz one. And then going to like House of M Spider-Man, it's really nice to have finally just a non-gimmick House of M Spider-Man. Hopefully they start to redo the House of M. I hope so, you know, because that box set's pretty expensive. The Iron Man's really nice. He's hard to find kind of complete or not broken. And when you do, he's pretty pricey. The Hulk's crazy expensive now. So I just don't see that anytime soon getting that. But so hopefully maybe Hasbro, if they see that the House of M Spider-Man did pretty well, that they will continue with that whole theme. I do like how he came. I didn't show you guys in this on the ground here, but he came with that webbing. I think that's really nice. But my complaint was he doesn't have a way to really grasp the webbing. So I kind of have to loop it around, you know, his hands. It kind of bothers me. I don't know. Maybe that's a small thing, but yeah. The Elektra is awesome. Love the Elektra. The Elektra is by far the best comic Elektra that we have received. The other one that was kind of everyone's favorite, at least that I know of, at least between my friends, was the old 2-pack that came with, oh, now I'm drawing a blank. It was Elektra and Ronin. That 2-pack that we got a while back, but she had like the older articulation, so there was no ankle rocker there, but she came with tons of accessories, interchangeable head, interchangeable hands, so that was really cool. And then the variant was the Scroll Elektra, but by far this is a way better figure, better looking figure than the Toy Biz one. Toy Biz one has a great amount of articulation, but also had that kind of funky articulation in the crotch area. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of got that weird, where it would articulate above the thigh here, and it just looked funky. So if you got her doing kicking, it looked really weird, at least that to me. But by far, this is my favorite, a new Elektra. Daredevil here, it's cool to have kind of like that darker shadow Daredevil. I really like that they kind of changed him up a little bit. The boots look really cool. I like this baton effect with the rope kind of swinging out. I think that's really cool. It's just a nice different variation of Daredevil. It's cool how many Daredevils we've received in the last couple years to kind of give that, you know, those Daredevil fans a lot of variation in the suits. So it's that's definitely nice. Cloak and Dagger, great figures. Great to have the pair together in one single wave. So I'm happy to have those. Anytime we get like new figures, new characters that we don't normally see, I'm always excited to get, because it just kind of adds variety to our collection, right? Especially if you're, you know, buying each wave. You don't like to just keep getting same characters, just different clothes every time, like whether it be a Daredevil or Spider-Man or Captain America or Iron Man. It is fun to get these different characters that we haven't gotten before. So that's why I really was happy that we got Cloak and Dagger. That's why I was happy about Multiple Man, even though we're not talking about the Apocalypse wave yet. But again, I like them a lot. It's cool to have those as a pair. The Build-A-Figure is not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Build-A-Figure. I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about him. It's a very interesting looking figure. It's pretty cool. It's different. So I do like different. But I just don't know much about him. But he's definitely an interesting, fun figure. Not crazy about the articulation, just because to me, it's very limited to me. You know, you can either do him standing or probably crawling on the ground. But I don't like how his arms pop off so easy, because there is no joint there to actually make his arms spread. I kind of wish it was more of a ball joint in there, or some type of socket or something kind of grooved into the side there. I think they could have done that. And allowed us to have kind of more of a rocking motion, kind of like the upper abs or upper body there. I think that would have been a lot better, giving him a lot more range instead of always having his arms pop off. But there's my huge talk. I know I talk kind of fast sometimes of these figures or this wave. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this wave. By far, I mean, it's a cool Spider-Man wave. I wouldn't say it's, you know, a knockout, you know, best Spider-Man wave, whereas like the, you know, certain waves, I'm just like, oh, I want every single figure. This wave, I mean, I was like that with this wave, but I wasn't as excited compared to, say, like the Deadpool wave 2 with Siron or Siron, yeah, as the Build-A-Figure. I want every one of those figures. I haven't seen that wave in the store, but that wave I'm super excited about, even though it's like a bunch of, got Deadpool in his underwear and stuff, but it just looks like such a cool wave. I want every one of those. This wave, like I said, I probably would rate the Daredevil as the lowest, just because I feel like we have so many Daredevils, whereas the other ones are much more improvements or figures that we don't have. But enough of my rambling. Let me know what you guys in the comments what your favorite figures. I'm sure a lot of you will love the Doc Ock or frustrated how hard it is to find. I had friends find a lot of these figures for me. Actually, I think pretty much all of these figures were found by friends for me out and about at Target. I have yet to actually see this wave in person, so it's kind of frustrating at that point. I've seen them at GameStop, so that's where I've seen them in person for me. But GameStop's like $22.99. Anyway, I'm rambling on and on. Hopefully you guys are still with me. But there you go, guys. That's my overview of this wave. I think it's a cool wave. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts. I like hearing your guys' thoughts. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.